Hi, Calvin. I'm your cousin Ginger. You will meet me someday, but I am halfway across the world. So I'm going to read you some English because chances are you'll get better at English before I get better at French. And I have no excuse. I will try to get better at French, but until then, I can read to you in English. I chose Curious George. First, Curious George goes to a chocolate factory. This is George. George was a good little monkey and always very curious. One day, George went for a drive with his friend, the man in the yellow hat. "Look, George," the man said, "there's a store in that chocolate factory up ahead. Let's stop for a treat." George loved chocolate. Inside the store were boxes of chocolate stacked everywhere, but the man with the yellow hat found his favorite kind right away. "George," he said, "wait here while I buy these, and please stay out of trouble." Curious George looked all around the store. He saw chocolate-covered cherries and fudge-flavored lollipops. A chocolate bunny caught his eye, too. Then something else caught his eye. What were all those other people looking at? George got curious. He climbed up to get a better look through the window. And through that window, he saw lots of trays filled with little brown dots. What were all those little brown dots? George was curious. He found a door that led to the other side of the window. The little brown dots on the trays were chocolates, of course. A tour guide was showing a group of people how to tell what was inside the chocolates by looking at the swirls on top. This little swirl means fudge. This one says that there's caramel inside. And this white wiggle is for marshmallow. This is the squiggle for a truffle. This one is for nougat. This sideways swirl is for fluffy orange things. And this one is for George's favorite, banana cream. George followed the tour group until they came up to a balcony overlooking a room where the chocolates were being made. Down below, busy workers picked the candy off the machines and put them into boxes. These were the machines that made the chocolates with the swirls on top. The chocolates came out of the machines on long belts. But how did they get their swirls on top? George was curious. So he climbed down from the balcony and up onto one of the machines. George peeked inside the machine. He was trying to see what was making the swirls on top of the chocolate, when all of a sudden the chocolates began coming out faster and faster and faster, and they sped by him so quickly that they seemed to be running on legs of their own. "Quick! Bring more boxes!" a man with a white hat shouted. "Why? What happened?" asked another person. Nobody answered. Nobody knew why the chocolate was coming out faster, and everybody was so busy trying to pick up the chocolates that no one noticed George the monkey. The workers began to fall behind, and candy began to fall off the end of the belt onto the floor. "Save the chocolates!" yelled the man in the tall white hat. Meanwhile, George saw one of his favorites whiz by. He tried to catch the banana cream chocolate, but it was going too fast. So George chased that chocolate to the end of the belt. At the end of the belt, a pile of chocolates was growing taller and taller. George had never seen so many chocolates. As he searched through the pile for the banana cream, he put the others in the empty boxes. George was a fast worker. Someone noticed and yelled, "Hey, bring that monkey more boxes. He's helping us catch up." Well, not all the chocolates made it in the boxes. George ate a lot of them, but he was working quickly, and no more chocolates fell on the floor. Just when George and the workers were all caught up, the tour guide came in with the man with the yellow hat. "Get that monkey out of here," he said. "He's ruining the chocolates." No. This monkey saved the chocolates," explained the workers. Then the man with the tall white hat said to George, "You may have caused some trouble, but you were such a speedy, helpful little monkey. You deserve a big box of chocolates for all your help." George was glad that he was not in trouble, but he did not take the chocolates. Back in the parking lot, the workers waved goodbye as George and his friend got into their little blue car. "George, are you sure you don't want any chocolates before we leave?" said the man with the yellow hat. George was sure. He'd eaten too many already. The end.